Refresh yourselves. Refresh yourselves.
Well, hello. Hold on a minute. My mic's like all the way over here. Bring this guy over here so I can speak to all of you directly. How are we doing? How is everybody today? I hope we're having a stellar and good day.
Refresh yourselves.
I got all these sippies queued up. So of course we got the 1. We got the 2. And we got the 3. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being so enthusiastic with your sippies on this day. Today we are doing something that we haven't done in a little while. Not terribly long, maybe. Well, I mean, I guess it's been over a month at this point since I've done an art stream. Last time I did this was February. So yeah, I did not do enough thinking about what I was going to actually be drawing over the course of, you know, yesterday, the day before, and today. So we're kind of going into this blind. We're just gonna maybe see what kind of fun stuff we might want to draw. And yeah, so the main focus today is going to be NPCs for my little one-shot. And I don't fully know yet what the people of Arsavella even are like. You know, what they look like. I mean, I don't know. I imagine it's gonna be kind of like a whole mixed bag. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. I mean, look at this. We got our blank canvas right here. Isn't she beautiful? Always very intimidated by a blank canvas. Very intimidated by a blank canvas, especially if I don't know what I'm actually doing. So I just grab my little pen and we'll figure it out. We'll get there. All I know, for the time being, is that I need a nerd. I need some kind of nerd to be here. But yeah, it's gotta be at least one Horus guy, gal, or non-binary pal in the world. True? Let's see. Good question is, what brushes do I want to use today? Just to start, I could use I think this is the same brush that I used for the birds. Maybe? I actually don't recall anymore. I want it to be kind of a gray. I also don't want to draw on the background layer. That's like the worst thing that I do. Oh, I feel like this, I don't know if this brush is the one that I want to use for sketching. I feel so out of practice with just like sitting and sketching. Maybe I'll just make it easy on myself and I'll just use the little round brush. That way I know exactly what I'm doing, what I'm getting into. Look how smooth she is. We love to see it. Gotta move my clown horn out of the way because it's like right where my wrists go. Art hard. Art weird. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we should just zoom out first. Cause I'm trying to thumbnail. I'm trying to do a little sketchy little doodling. And if I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. I cannot start so zoomed in. I will get lost in all the details that I could theoretically do when really I should focus on like circle. That's where the head goes. You know, like we keep it simple around here. And already we have something going on. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, doodle people until I decide, you know, yeah, that's a good one specifically for this one shot, maybe. Maybe start doing some, I could even look at, try finding some studies, like reference things that I might want to do. Because it has been a very long time since I've just kind of done studies, you know, just looked up things and decided, oh yes, I shall study this thing and see how it works. Now we really are just kind of out here. It's kind of like, kind of looking down. It's kind of the vibe that I'm trying to go for. But yeah, still just really don't know the vibe that I'm intending to go for, if that makes sense. I really did just walk into the stream like, yeah, we're just gonna sit down, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We're not gonna plan anything. All I know is that I'm whipping out the tablet and the pen and I'm just kind of gonna do some doodling. But honestly, I think sometimes that's really all you need to worry about. Erase some of these guidelines because they're not helping me. Get this circle out of here. Circle does not need to reel after a certain point. Yeah, so here we are, just like with a face. Oh my god. I can barely like click and drag to like zoom in and out anymore because it just like completely shakes up and destroys my screen for like 3 seconds. So yeah, whatever's going on here, like the eye line is going like this way. We're looking down, we're looking this way. Got a little eye bag situation here, because, you know, we're tired. Who isn't, really? So we're looking down. We're looking a little, honestly, we're kind of looking a little dejected. This person looks kind of sad. I don't know if that's intentional. Maybe we want them to be sad. Maybe this person's like upset and that's how the party like kind of hones in on a little quest cuz like, oh, this person is upset. What's wrong? What's happening? And they give us this story like, oh, this thing has happened and I'm very sad. Can you help me? And you know, things like that can just be a thing. Yeah, sketches like this are cool, but then I inevitably get to this point where I'm like, I have to do more with this sketch. I have to like refine it. I have to actually manage something with it besides just this sketch looking thing. Maybe this person's like a little older. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting from what I've just drawn. Of course, I keep adding more wrinkles, so that's definitely gonna push that. You know, I haven't really drawn a lot of like older figures. So if I just bust out a random like I'm gonna go out on a limb and say like older lady is what this looks like is what I'm making right now. I just have like this older lady character. She can be someone that we interact with on this quest, maybe. Or like the pointiest head known to man. It does throw me off like how much larger heads actually are than we think they maybe should be. That always gets me. Let's see. I'm gonna say that's like the best freehand ear of my life. Just like 3-second ear. Maybe. It looks a little like small. I don't know if I played my angles right there. There's looks like yeah, it could do to be a little larger. Maybe that much. And then maybe rotate please. Rotate. We're just gonna put this over here. We're gonna erase a little bit. And then we're gonna go back. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna drag it back in place. We're gonna pretend I didn't, you know, cheat just there. We pretend that I drew that ear where it was supposed to be the first time, yeah? Life really could be that simple. Yes, we got a pretty good sketch going on. Like I'm really happy with the energy that we are creating in the studio right now because I typically am not the best at just kind of putting together a face. Just like no guidance, no reference, you know what I mean? Like kind of wacky that I am feeling this good about a sketch just like right off the rip. It's okay, I'm gonna say that, but then as soon as I start trying to do hair, all of that's gonna change. It's okay. So we got this neck. I'm thinking okay, we got a little shouldery, maybe something action going on. So we got this little bust going on. There's our got a person shape. But now I'm curious. What kind of hair would I give this person? I'm so inclined to like do where's your hairline at? Oh, high hairline? Is that high? That's like halfway. Also, I'm doing all of this on a different layer, so if I hate it, I can just delete it and throw it in the trash. And you know what? Before I do really anything here, I'm just gonna save this file somewhere. Let's see. I'll make a little folder for this. 2023 Adventure April. Easy. Yes, please. Yeah, see, we gotta save everything before we start having issues. Before I have it crash on me and then just, you know, lose everything that I've ever done in my life up until that point. I'm doing that thing again where I make a new layer to do something, but then I start drawing something that should be on the previous layer. Oh well. Just gonna keep these good vibes going. Yes, I'm so inclined to just whatever we do, just straight line hair. I don't know. It's just such a good look. We just figure out something of that variety of silhouette. So it just kind of, you know, goes this way. There should be push that hairline up yet again. No, that side looks janky. Mask that. Oh yeah, we at least got this much happening here. And so of course we could go with this hairstyle. This I don't mind, like, at all. Just clean up a little around everything. But what would she be wearing? What kind of clothes? Boo! Ah! Can't be coming into my chat scaring me like this. It's not even Halloween. Oh, you scared me so bad I went for a sip. Crazy. Yeah, we're just out here doodling some stuff. Doodling some people. Kind of just drawing this up. I'm a fan of this so far. I'm pretty comfy with the hair that we've decided to, you know, do up here. Is this an unnamed person? It is, as of yet, an unnamed person. I'm trying to decide who or what my NPCs are going to be for Adventure April. So I have only very vague ideas of what this quest is going to look like. But I also don't fully know what the people of Arsavella look like natively. Like how they would appear relative to, you know, our real life ethnic groups. So I don't know, we're just keeping it random, ambiguous. It could be just like a whole mix. I could just not I could just not follow a pattern at all. I could just say, yeah. They can just look like any person. Honestly, I think most settings are going by that these days. Just be who you want. See, the hardest part actually is going to be deciding what they're going to be wearing. Like, obviously, I only need to show, like, from here up. But, from here up still gives you a lot of information. Like, do they have sleeves? What season is this set in? Like, what is this person going to be dressed up as? I'm gonna use all the Earth humans for inspiration for my human inserts. Ooh. Yeah, so I just don't fully know what I'm taking inspiration from in the real world as far as the culture of Arsavella, because I don't know, I think one of my original like original ideas for what this would look like, maybe, it's like kind of bordering on like Italian, but also mixed with some other stuff. Maybe some Slavic cultures here and there. I kind of like bleeding in the Slavic influence into pretty much everything I'm gonna be trying to write because that's just who I am. That could be fun. But yeah, I'm not fully sure what real world culture, if any, I'm deriving my direct inspiration from. But I feel like I've definitely ended up here with this NPC looking like someone from a little more like East Asian descent. Certainly don't mind. Certainly not a bad thing. Alright. Fashion. Narcivella or the whole world? Kind of like the whole world. Because, yeah, it's just a cultural thing I'd like to maybe tie into. Just like with me and my writing in general. Like maybe try to find a way to incorporate more of that. But honestly, the world I'm going to develop is going to be so vast anyway that I might as well, you know, change things up. Like I can't just stick to just the one. Maybe I can just, you know, there's always the option of like take small aspects of it and put it in like different areas of the world, seeded all over the place. Who knows? Who knows? Even if it's maybe small things like some aspect of the fashion, some aspect of just even their language a little bit. I don't know. But in my experience with conlanging for my world, I certainly went in a lot with the like Polish influence, I feel like, with how I was trying to do the sound, the general vibe of how it's spoken. I didn't get very far into that project. It's one I'd like to come back to at some point, but it's one that I started like dabbling in forever ago. Yeah, at this point that was like 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago that I started dabbling in conlangs, because WorldAnvil had a conlang challenge, and so I was like, ooh, let me go in there. Let me try it out. Do you want to have multiple conlangs for the world? I would love to. I would love to have like a bajillion conlangs for my world. That'd be so much fun. Um, I am someone who takes a very special interest in linguistics and the like. I'm not very knowledgeable in them, but they fascinate me and I love them. So pretty much anytime I have the opportunity to like dig in and like try to do something with it, I'm like, ooh, let's do it. Let's let's do some stuff. Let's study a new language. Let's maintain this like 400-day Duolingo streak. Cause I just like picking up languages and running off with them into the distance. That's just how it goes. It's just how it goes, you know? Right, getting all these notifications. It is cool. It is fun. What are we saying? I want to have at least 7 alphabets, but I'm not really trying to make them fully developed. Ooh. I would love to play with alphabets and like glyphs and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it'd just be a really fun endeavor, like a really fun creative thing to just like sit back and I don't know, just try to come up with stuff. I'm kind of getting the vibes here. Oh my god. I don't actually know where I'm trying to go with this right now. Thinking maybe there's like some kind of sash. I don't. Maybe it's just maybe this is just like the material at the neck of a top. Maybe could flow into a cowl or something. Kind of like loose, a little like drapey around the neck. I'm a fan of that. That sounds pretty cool. I'm interested in visual coherence for magical symbols. Magical symbols are also cool. Like figuring out a whole rune system for a world, that's also a whole endeavor that I would love to dive into at some point. There was a time where I think maybe I don't ever I don't think I ever really got so into it that I was like really genuinely considering a system for how I'd want to run it. What do we do up here on this layer? Oh my god. I need to stop doing stuff on the layers that I create to just like I create these layers for a specific task and then I go and I make the layer and then I start doing something that is not that task. And then on the same layer, I do that task. But now there's like a billion different things on this one layer. Yeah. Alphabets are used as magical runic systems in art, symbols in art, I'll make, and act as different recitals. Very fancy, very fancy. Magic systems are cool. Always want to learn more about magic systems and how to maybe one day create them. Wondering, do we want some kind of neck adornment on this layer? Not a whole lot. We could certainly have like have something going on here. Little itty bitty amulet. Potentially. Different languages for each fantasy race. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's almost required sometimes. That's like, oh, you have this race? What language do they speak? Do they speak their own? Do they speak this one thing? Or maybe this obscure thing that people barely even know exists? Yeah, so maybe this character has like a little necklace of some kind. Maybe she comes off as super like unassuming and plain, but you see that she has like a rather nice looking necklace on, and it betrays some greater wealth than maybe you would once thought. Who knows? Totally going for a common tongue for easy writing though. Yeah, see, I don't know if I want to have like a common. So I feel like there wouldn't be very many places for such a thing to develop. Could have maybe like a common tongue regionally. It's like people of these couple languages speak to each other so often that they've just kind of found a middle ground. We have these little seams on the sides here. Oh, that's kind of cute. I did this on so many different layers. Just merge all of those, throw caution to the wind. Dare I color these today? Or do I just want to kind of sit here and doodle? Little sketches only. I don't know. We could like, is that even a remotely like attractive skin tone? Maybe. Yeah. Societies are very secluded. It would make sense to not have a common tongue, but I want there to be easy communication between people of a singular continent. Yeah, for sure. And that would totally make sense. We're gonna do this the old easy way. Just grab all the stuff. Just bucket that in. Maybe. Put my brush back. Make it a little larger. Make that a little more transparent. What's why was the opacity thing off? Definitely feel like this is like way too far in the direction of yellow, because yeah, it is rather mustard of a color. We can fix that. That's let me just oh, let me make some little warmer that already like makes it way better. Yeah, I'll stick to that. Oh, I feel like my tablet is also like very not color calibrated anymore, which is not ideal. But every time I try to fix it, I feel like I make it worse. And I got one of those tools that's supposed to like help you do it. But the way that it does it is like it sets a profile for my PC. But somehow it does it in such a way that like I see the colors correctly, but it certainly does not like function in Photoshop. Like I don't know what the issue is. It's just some weird thing where the settings just do not work. That's a little... Yeah, well, maybe. We shall see. Need to learn Clip Studio. Yeah. I've never actually tried Clip Studio. I hear it's pretty good though. Like I know people who do like it and do use it. Great animating and modeling tools. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Me like a little purple. Like too much purple. Just experimenting with the colors at this point. Do you like Procreate if you've tried it? I have never tried it. It's like, is that only available on iPad? Because if it is, then yeah, I've never tried it. I don't own such technology. I mean, I've thought about it because I also know a lot of people who use Procreate and believe it to be very good for what it does, so definitely a consideration of mine. Though not one I know if I would actually want to go in on. It's a big investment for something I may not actually want to do. Might be stuck on iPads. Don't want to bother buying a device for a painting program. Yeah, like I don't really see a need personally for myself for an iPad. So literally the only reason I would be buying it is to try or like use Procreate. And that just doesn't seem worth it to me. Because again, I don't think I would use the iPad otherwise. I am wondering, what tablet are you using now? So I'm using a Huion 20-inch tablet, and I'm pretty happy with it. It was like $600, which for a tablet isn't actually that crazy. But yeah, it's my previous tablet also was a Huion tablet, and I didn't replace it because anything was wrong with it. I just wanted like an upgrade. A non-screen one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I think Huion tablets are really good for like their price point. And, like I don't know if my color calibration issue is like a user issue. It might be. I don't know, something to look out for. I'm sure I could fix that problem if I just, you know, gave it a good try. I just end up like tweaking it a little bit here and there as I see fit. Yeah, it's just a whole endeavor. What if we go, it's kind of brown. I like the brown, it's cute. Just go a little darker. I'm sure once we like kind of darken that a little. Maybe get these purple tones back in here too. I want to just like experiment with using more colors, just kind of to have more colors. Is this supposed to be an NPC? Yes. So I'm just yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some people who could be NPCs in this little one shot. Like maybe the person who introduces them to the quest, or you know, is like the hook, or one of the main people that they talk to. Strike me as a merchant or business owner. Yeah, so I mean merchant could make sense. Could be cool. I kind of have it in my brain that like I want to have like maybe not for this NPC. I don't know. I want to have like a tavern keeper involved, but I don't know. I don't know what I would want them to look like. Like, do I want like kind of like a big burly takes no shit kind of barkeep, or do I want like a nice like oh yes hello come stay at my inn, I will take care of you and love on you kind of innkeeper? Yeah, I don't know. It could go anyway. Could go anywhere really. Start with personality traits, like you're saying. Yeah, maybe. I kind of just decided like, oh, I'm gonna let the artistic process take over for this one. And so that's why we've ended up here. Because I was just like, I'm just gonna start drawing, and we'll see what we end up with. And so this is what we've ended up with. I just kind of got this lady. Could also be a hardened warrior. Could be. I feel like I've kind of given her kind of a more somber posture and gaze. I was thinking this could be someone who maybe has fallen on some emotionally hard times recently. Someone who's seen some shit is how she appears to me, yeah. So I was thinking maybe whoever this is could act as like some kind of hook for the as a hook for the one shot. Like this person's clearly not doing very well. Like something's on their mind, something's troubling them. And that's how the players are like, ooh, let's see what's going on here. I feel like we're leaning too much into like a red here. I don't want that because I don't want this to like just be me. I do want this to be maybe just darker. A little darker, less saturated. Just openly distraught in a public place, perhaps? Perhaps! Perhaps indeed. I'd say that is definitely possible, and definitely the kind of like direction that I'm trying to go in. I just want this hair to be darker and less saturated. Keep starting these upstrokes like on the scroll bar, so it keeps grabbing the scroll bar and just going like woohoo. It's possible someone moping might be approached by heroes, but I think it's less likely unless they're really outgoing and nosy. Yeah, I mean, listen, it depends on who you're playing with and what they like. Maybe you got a party that gravitates towards sad people. It's definitely seen it happen. Definitely did not want to be doing horizontal strokes there. That's fine. What does this color look like? Yeah, it's good enough. So yeah. We could also say you see a sad person and lead the player's attention. Yeah. Listen, sometimes you just gotta point your players at a thing and be like, look at this. This is happening over here. You wanna do something about it? Maybe? And they're like, no. Or they're like, okay. And then everything just kind of works out. Or maybe she approaches you. Maybe she's not the hook, but like a little side thing, a little distraction diversion thing, if you will. So maybe she's not the one getting the players in on this adventure, but she sees them going on this adventure and she's like, wait. I saw some shit. And it's related to this thing that you're doing. No, you just might see how that didn't even think about that. Yeah. Sometimes the sad NPCs just they come to you. They do not wait for you to approach them. Like those NPCs in the game that just kind of like spawn in and run after you like, "Hey, I have a quest for you. Hey." Happens all the time. Especially in like World of Warcraft. It'll just be a mind your own business, you turn in a quest, you walk like 10 meters away and someone spawns in like, "Hey, I have another thing for you to maybe do." Now, of course, we have to we have to figure out what do we want the clothes to look like? What are these colors here? Just grab the whole ensemble. So I'm trying to think of like a good color would be. I feel like the average person would have something kind of cream colored. Do you currently play WoW? I'm like on and off with it, but I do have a subscription currently ongoing if that's if that's the meat of the question. I am technically an active WoW player, though I haven't logged in like 2 weeks, so I don't think of what color. I haven't kept up with the new X pack since watching some beta coverage. Yeah, I mean the new expansion's fun. Like I did like a lot of Mythic Plus. That was really cool. I did like at least some raiding. I did like normal I don't actually know if I've killed Razageth on normal. I don't know. I've gotten up to Razageth on normal for sure. Wow, WoW player doesn't play every day. Listen, my playing every single day thing was like the past 10 years or longer. I've been on this game for 13 years. I finally learned that you can in fact take a break from a game that you like. The Final Fantasy mentality got to me. Like, no more FOMO. We play games because we enjoy them. And if I'm not enjoying the game, I'll just take a break and come back later. Catch up with the lore. Honestly, man, so do I. After Shadowlands, I was just like, I don't really know what's going on anymore. I'm not really paying attention anymore. Life's just weird. What if she likes green? What if she has like a green little scarf on? I'm just doing this with my mouse because I can't be bothered to lift up my hand to use my tablet pen. Fill it in. Ooh. Person looks much less mustard now. Yeah, like it starts to look a lot better once you actually put like other colors next to it too, because then, you know, relative color also helps. Against this plain no color gray background, it's going to look also very strange. Yeah, maybe we got this little green shawl. palette so far. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I also just really like green. Green's a good color. Just how long have you been doing digital art? Um, that's a good question. I mean, I feel like I've been dabbling in it for at least a decade at this point. Yeah, because I've been like I got my first tablet in high school. Do not remember what year it was, what grade it was. Um yeah, but I mean I definitely it's definitely been at least 10 years. Cuz even if I put like a date on it, say maybe I got it in like 2013. Uh and if I did get it in 2013, that would be 10 years. Um you've got your tenure. Yeah, great. For sure. I just I don't practice enough for that 10 years to really like show itself half the time. Like I'll put out like a banger illustration here and there. Um but I don't know, like I take so long in between like making actual art that I feel like my skills reset every single time. So I'm just life hard. And then I keep doing that thing where I'm like, oh, I want to try a different style now, even though I only did one piece in the previous style and it's been like 2 months. Like I feel like only recently, like in the past year or two, I've been like really getting into like, yeah, I want to do more art, I want to be more consistent with stuff, I want to like actually create. Um and so now I feel like maybe it's going to start showing up a little more. Like, yeah, I've actually kind of been doing this for a little while. Uh I just haven't really been showcasing my skills very much for the past few years, or past, most of a decade. But now I'm going to be making an effort to actually do so. I only have 10 years in singing and black and white drawing. Very not experienced with color. Yeah, color is like a whole can of worms that when you open it, you start to realize, like, I don't know anything about colors. To be an art machine. Yeah. Listen, being an artist can be really sick and awesome. Like, it can be a great time. But then other times you're like, oh man, I forgot how to draw the other day. I don't remember what a person looks like. This is hard. Please make it stop. Sometimes you just have those days. I have a lot of those days. But we get through it. We push through. Or sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just say screw it and we go take a nap instead. Those are always good days. We're like, yeah, I actually can't do the art thing today. Sorry, I'm just going to go to sleep. But yeah. Today was almost one of those days. I was so close just coming home being like, I don't want to do stuff today. I want to go straight to bed. But here I am. Doing some art. And I'm thinking I might have this down here just kind of
Refresh
You like
yourselves.
that? Mosh Pit Monk is here with a sippy. That's a sippy. Oh, thank you for the sippies. Always keeping me hydrated.
Refresh yourselves.
Preppy Monty Poppycock, you've been lurking here too. Thank you for the sippy as well.
Refresh yourselves.
Oh my goodness. I was wondering when the sippy train would roll in. Hehehe. You are the maker of mischief in this channel. I hope you know. Lord of the sippies indeed. That's all for now. I need more coins. Oh my goodness. You just gotta come around more often. Earn more sippy coins.
Refresh yourselves.
I lied. Why must you lie? Why must you not tell the truth to me? I need a smaller brush for what I'm trying to do. No, we have to... Let's go backtrack, because I already did too much there. Little sparklies. Need to be super... Doesn't need to be super detailed. It's like so tiny on this drawing that it's not gonna matter. The grand scheme of things. Catboy Mischief! Oh, I really should put some Catboy emotes onto my server, onto my channel. I mean, I feel like I think I have more emote slots. Maybe. I don't know, I guess I could go check right now. I do have 2 open emote slots for tier 1 emotes. Could include some Catboy Mischief. Maybe instead of doing that, maybe kind of this silvery color. Do a little gasp over there. Are you enticed by the idea of including some Catboy Mischief on this channel? Well, that's not the button I wanted. What has happened here? Oster has subscribed now for 2 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. How are you doing out there? I keep seeing people talking about the challenge, which for those of you who do not know, Oster is running an Artisan April challenge. It's like basically almost over at this point. It was for half the month. Keep been going. Artisan April seems to be in swing. Yeah. Yeah, and so that I keep seeing people in the Discord talking about like, oh, I'm trying to finish this thing for Artisan April. I'm like, ooh, I cannot wait to go look and see. Just run my grubby little hands through all these entries. We don't need to be so zoomed in on this. I'm also extremely excited. Yeah, that's good. It's just making me think about how much I would like in the near, far, or present future to run my own challenge at some point. Again, I'm just not sure what I would make the challenge you know, to be. Could be anything, really. It's less stressful than it seems. Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine that it would be stressful. I guess it's just me figuring out what I would want to do. Also, a cartography challenge? True. Cartography challenge can be a lot of fun. Certainly wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, so at this point I'm just kind of doing random stuff, because why not, right? Yeah, so this could indeed be one of our NPCs. I feel like I've spent the entirety of this stream almost. Well, we're halfway through stream. Just trying random colors until I find one that I just kind of like. Oh, that's too bright.
Refresh yourselves.
Refreshes. Why, thank you. See, I once again have my WorldAnvil mug at the ready for sippies. They best not have lied to me when they said that it can be arranged for them to make a mug that, rather than, since this says grab your coffee and go world build, they said it can be arranged that they could make a grab your sippy and go world build. I'm gonna hold them to that. They better deliver.
Refresh yourselves.
Like, can I reasonably do anything about it? No. Am I actually gonna get mad if they don't? No. But I'd like it. Ah. Shrimp check. Oh my gosh. You cannot be bonking me when I'm just sitting here having a sippy. I was in my action phase. Performing a thing. I don't know. I'll sit like a person. Get my little stretches in. So, oh, I can get you to read an article I don't have written. Well, I can't read the article if it's not written. The bonk came too late. Oh. That's okay. I'm sure there will be many opportunities for bonk.
Refresh yourselves.
More refreshments. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make me empty my mug. I have a sippy as well, thank you. You guys are all about the sippy life. Is that command to get critique or just get your attention on it? I mean, if you want me to critique it while I read, you can for sure say that. Mostly it's just like I'll read it while I'm streaming, essentially. So if you have an article that is like ready for reading and you would like it shared with the class, you can do so. I simply ask that you maybe only vaguely, slightly keep it relative to whatever's going on at the time. I'm keeping that very loose and very vague, but yeah, I don't know. Or you can ask me to read it at a different time. Like I would love to have streams where I literally just do article reads. And that could be super fun. So an artisanal adventure? Yeah, sure. What would that adventure look like? Maybe we should have all just gotten together and written an adventure, a little one-shot about an artisan. And that could be our artisan adventure April. I'm like really not sold on this color that I've chosen. Like I want it blue. Teal. I'm just trying to find like the right color that doesn't totally wash out the person. I could do like a little red because it's do something a little more red. Kind of goes, kind of bounces off that green. I'll take it. Well, an artisan could be bringing everything they create to life. Oh no, I've given myself an adventure to write now. Very good. Very good. That is what we like. That's what we like to hear on these streams. Get your ideas going. Yeah, so we have a character. Alright, so that was a good little sketch art drawing color render. My dissertation begs to differ. Oh no. Oh, what's a little distraction from your dissertation? That's not as important as an artisan adventure, is it? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, we're gonna save it before we do literally anything else. Did I already save it? That's crazy. All right. And now what do I want to draw? uh, Innkeeper? Could be the innkeeper. A reptile person? We don't really have reptile people where I'm staging this adventure. So maybe not ideal. Well, to be fair, I don't really know if my world has reptile people at all. Maybe. They could it could not. That's all to be determined. The actual adventure starter? That is a good idea. But what would this adventure starter look like? I don't know. I feel I kind of just started. I kind of just started the previous one by just doing it. So we come back here. We got our little brush. Oh, blank canvas syndrome. It always gets you. So we do what we always do. We zoom out. Less details to look at. I haven't done it much, but I think picking some personality traits and designing from there might be fun. Very well could be. I want to get someone in here that's like a little kind of like on the opposite of the lady we just made, who looks kind of like somber, kind of down. Maybe make someone who's like a little bit higher energy, a little brighter, a little maybe put a smile on that face, you know what I mean? I don't know, but let's just do the classic, like, hello, there's a circle for the head. Beautiful. Excited gnome innkeeper. Let's put a smile on that face, yeah. say that maybe a happy circle. Oh yeah, let's there he is. There's our innkeeper. Isn't he beautiful? Honestly, most beautiful piece of artwork that I've ever made in my life. The pure raw skill that went into creating this man. Unparalleled. No, we'll just get that out of here. I don't know, cause thinking I'll be very technical about this, but the lines never really mean anything to me now. Oh, sentient balloons, yeah, that's what we've got going on here. Just draw the smile before we draw anything else. Cheshire Cat. Love that my brain is picturing the character, but my hands can't draw him. Honestly, I'm the one doing the drawing here, and I feel completely the same. The some squinty happy eyes. That's definitely way too close to where I'm about to put the other eyeball. We just rein that in a little. And honestly, this is about the jovial expression I expect from an NPC that's about to send an entire party of unsuspecting adventurers to their deaths. Feel bigger features. Flathead. Kinda looks like a chipmunk. These guidelines out of the way, because all they do is upset me. Took away all the lines and suddenly he looks like a little baby man. There's it's basically our guy. We just gotta strange to say, but currently you're drawing me. Oh. Well, perhaps you can be the NPC. The more I put into this though, like the less I like it. Oh, what kind of hair do we want this guy to have? I will say my weakness has always been like short hair. So this nose is just like not cooperating with me. I don't know if that made it like at all better, but I'll take it. It's a little crooked nose. Beard? Maybe beard. Definitely. Imagine like some like wispy beard. Kinda flies off in a couple directions. Well, maybe. We'll see. It's like could get the little mustache action here. Get the whole bearded setup going. I don't know, he's starting to look way too friendly. I'm gonna be upset if he's like mean. Pointy beard look. He's certainly a guy. Weird gnome hair with the shovel bit at the front. His big smiles are hiding some dastardly schemes. That is true. Also, just like did not delete this little line down here when I started drawing in this feature. So we have a bearded man. Very happy. Very happy to see you. He kind of reminds me of that old man that oh gosh, let me see. Oh yeah, Harold, the the meme guy, is just hide the pain Harold. Yeah, that guy. Have hair shaped like a wave. That would make him less trustworthy. See, we just need to give him like a full luxurious head of hair. Like absolutely ungodly wavy locks. But yeah, I'm just gonna like this, I'm gonna link an image in the chat real quick. This image, it's like this is who I see when I look at this guy that I've just drawn. Hide the pain, Harold. Gonna smile through the pain. Yeah. Not intended, but I'll take it. Some bushier eyebrows. Man, I don't know. What's a cool little hairstyle that I can give him? Obviously. Like, I had so much faith in myself, I did all of this on one layer. Obviously, we just give him, like, the little poof up top. Little onion head. It's gorgeous. And there he is. It goes, like, off screen because it's that beautiful. And now he's, like, a beautiful mushroom. As much as I love that, I think we're not gonna do that. I think. Should try WoW gnome hair one day. I mean, there's a lot of good options there for you. I don't know which one, which style in particular do you think you'd go for? I want, something ridiculous. Yeah, for sure. And there's like a lot of good options for a ridiculous, ridiculous gnome hair, because most of it kind of is ridiculous. I give him like a little comb over action. Not all of his hair will be perfect. Some of it kind of just goes off that direction. Little bit of sideburn. I can vibe with it. Still got some hair on his head. Yeah. That's pretty good. Let me just get rid of this huge headline. I realize I've been doing all this with like the reduced opacity. Why none of my more confident lines have appeared very confident. There's some new ones since I played in 2012. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff added, especially in recent years. Like a lot of customization options. You know, like basically all the stuff that we've been asking for a decade or longer. Or I guess, yeah, if you 2012 was the last time you played, then it's been over a decade. Pretty cool to think about, huh? So we'll just some outlining on that because that's what I need. I was tempted to unlock all the allied races. I mean, yeah, they're pretty cool. A lot of the quest lines are fun to unlock them. I'd recommend it. Like, it's not particularly difficult, and I'm sure some of the requirements for them have been relaxed a little since they've been out for a while at this point. Transmog and character design were some of my favorite aspects. Yeah. I mean, I feel like historically, WoW's customization has been not stellar compared to some other games. But nowadays, now you can do kind of a lot with your character. And like, in the classic days, you could only dream of. And like, Night Elves used to be my favorite, like, visually my favorite class, or race, I mean. And now you can do even more with them that you just couldn't do back in the day, and just, man. It's a good thing they released cross-faction play, because I am a Horde player, so I would just not be able to indulge. I know, of course, nothing was stopping me from having Alliance alts, and I certainly did and do. Just now I can have those alts and use them for stuff. Even as a primarily Horde player. Trolls are your favorite aesthetically. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Troll ladies certainly didn't look the best back in the day. But now I really like trolls. Trolls now you can do so much with them and they look so cool. I mean, like, after a lot of the after like the big model update, I feel like orcs have really become one of my favorite. Just like visually, aesthetically. I think the orcs are really cool, especially with the Mag'har orcs, the allied race. The Mag'har orcs you can do so much with. You can get like all the clan, like all the clan features. That's what I was looking for, that word. And you can just make yourself look really cool. Oh yeah, not hunched. Yeah, you can stand up straight finally. Pretty crazy. I'm just having fun like sketching this guy out now. Seeing where we can go. I'm just gonna merge all these, because yeah, what's done is done. We have already decided this is where we're going. Clear out these. This eye in general just looks not ideal. It's not even remotely the same as the other one. It still kind of doesn't look the same, but like, he looks less in pain with hair. Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes, man. Sometimes you just need to get yourself a nice little hairdo, nice little haircut, and all your problems go away. I wish life were so simple. That could just take away my problems. Something about this guy makes me think like he might have more of like little hood. Maybe he has like some kind of fancy seal here. From the Innkeeper's Guild. Just keep adding wigs until your problems go away. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a new hairdo to get a new lease on life. And now suddenly you're just not as sad anymore. Kinda looks like a wizard with this, I wanna say he's wearing like some kind of vest or something. And he's got his arms out on display. Cause you know, gotta be cool, man. Let's say he's got some like. Maybe this guy's gonna even like look kind of like an adventurer. Maybe. You see, he's all like strapped in, ready for adventure. Maybe, you know, maybe he's just going out. Maybe he's gonna have a good time. Maybe he even thinks he's gonna go with you on your adventure, but then he just at the last minute cannot. His duty calls and he must stay. Must stay in town. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. You know, he's almost kind of giving me like Stardew Valley Linus vibes. That's fun. We love Linus in this house. Be like, let me join, and the players are like, no. That'd be so funny. Or maybe this is like the NPC that the party has to bring, and they're like, do we have to? Can we just leave him somewhere? Because maybe they have to bring him, and he's just so bright and bubbly that they're like, oh my god, get rid of this guy. Like, I can't do this. Like, this energy is whack. Very good forced escort quest subject. Yes, absolutely. What does color look like? It looks skin tone-ish. I don't really care if we get it on the beard, because we're just gonna color over it anyway. There we go. Gorgeous. Stunning, brave. Oh, what color do I want his hair to be, though? Last hour disappeared so fast, what the heck? Yeah. Like, we've just been so busy talking about Harold here that, all the time just flew right on by. And now I really need to think about what color his hair should be. Because normally I see like a raggedy bearded man like this and I think, oh, you know, he'd be like, you know, gray hair, maybe he's an older guy. But what if he just looks like this, you know? What if he's actually like super young? Right, so now, like, yeah, what if he got like dark hair? What if it's like little blonde on top, dark beard action? Little strawberry blonde. Strawberry blonde head and beard. No, I'm not really into that. Or it could just be a little gray. Maybe somewhere in the middle. Kind of like a desaturated, kind of washed out brown. Maybe his... Maybe this is a little lighter. Maybe this is a little lighter. It's a little darker. We have kind of this unbalanced set of colors. I'm a fan of it. I'll keep it. I'll work with that. Okay. And then for the clothings. Excessively talkative people can be any age and be an effective annoyance, though I've noticed it more in middle-aged to elderly males. Yeah. I feel like a slightly older guy just doesn't stop talking. You're like, hello, sir. We are on a quest. Please, we are trying to focus. Thinking. I went with green on the other ones. I don't really want to do the exact same. What if this guy just likes blue? Color's pretty cute. I'll keep it. See where... Arms out. Very good. Just get these on here. All strapped in. Maybe he's got his little backpack on. The perfect traveling companion. Ugh. It's not really one of my streams if I don't start like yawning midway through. It's not even midway through, it's like almost time to be done. I don't mind hanging out for a little longer if I still like flesh this guy out a little more. See, last time I went with the approach of we're just gonna do one area at a time. No, this time I was like, yeah, no, we're just gonna pick all the colors first. This happy little smile. I'm trying to imagine what circumstance he would have had that expression. He's just out here telling funny little jokes, like hee hee. Hee. It's like I'm lovable, I promise. Trying to win over the hearts of the party. Got these dark brown eyes. Now, yes, I guess we'll just see what happens as we, start doodling in some of these, doodling some shadows. I'm pretty good. Do you think Harold is gonna be his actual name? It could be. I'm not opposed to naming my NPCs for the meme. Just like in general, in any situation. He does kind of look like he's trying to like smile the pain away. There he is. You try to make miserable things funny. You could. Like we've just wandered into like this room of immeasurable horrors, and he's like, "Hee hoo, funny joke. That'll cheer you up." He's just happy to be here, man. He's just glad to be included. Or be like a jokester Eeyore. Could most certainly be. just be scribbling. Let's see. I'm really just trying to learn to just be a lot more fast and loose with the way I color stuff. And so that's kind of one of my main goals, is to just improve like the speed at which I'm able to work. That's always been like my biggest pain point in creating stuff, is just it takes me so long to do anything. And so of course I'm hoping that the act of streaming my process will help me speed it up, so so I feel like I'm not just making people watch me sketch for 2,000 years, even though this is like exactly what I'm doing. At least I'm finishing the sketches, and that's what matters. That's really all that matters in the end, is that in the end I do actually finish something and have a finished product to show people. And it doesn't take me like 6 hours to do that. You get to set the pace. Yeah. I mean, it's not really about having a time constraint. Like I would just like to work faster. So I would like to spit out like a more consistent volume of work. But as it turns out, in order to have a consistent volume of work, you need to like do work consistently. I know it probably sounds really crazy, but like some artists who take many streams to finish one piece. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like if I were making a full illustration, like an actual like an actual fully illustrated piece, like there's no shot that I would finish it in a 2-hour stream. Like absolutely not. But for just random arts, like what I'm doing now, just, you know, making up some NPCs, doing some little sketching and doodling. Yeah, like I would like to get like at least 1 or 2 of them done within one stream. Because that just makes sense, because I'm not really doing anything too intense. It's concepts, really. And so that's the kind of stuff that I expect to have done like pretty quickly. I've not yet mastered the art of the fast arts. There's this little blue hood. You'll definitely get faster if that's your training method. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. Like even for Bestiary February, when I was doing all the birds, I think I started off and I did like, I think I did 1 bird my first stream of February, and then the next one I did 2. And I was like, yeah, awesome, cool. And I think at one point I might have done 3 in one stream. I don't recall, but we got faster. We started doing a little more each time. And so yeah, so I'm thinking that could just be a good way to kind of go about things. It's If I bully myself into being faster, eventually it's gonna work, you know what I mean? Just get a little tissue here because my nose is being mean to me. I want to get to the sub 30-minute sketch stage. Yeah, that'd be really good. I feel like this might even be like a little. If I were doing like purely sketch work, which I think this is like a little more than that, I would definitely want to be a lot faster. But like I'm kind of doing like this whole like coloring, shading kind of deal, so I'm not gonna be too upset if this takes me a little longer than like a sketch. But yeah, really my goal is just like overall be consistently a little faster with the way I work. Yeah, 30-minute sketch for the whole piece figured out by that point. Yeah. Yeah, I would also like to get to the point where I can just like, you know, I can just plan out a whole piece and just have that be like, yeah, like I have it all planned out. I know what I'm doing, where I'm going, and all it takes from there is to just do it. It's just to do the thing. Actually do the rendering, do the everything. And really it is just that planning phase that just like sucks the life out of me sometimes. Cause like I don't fully know what I'm doing and I don't know how much energy I have to figure it out. Like the act of actually like rendering and completing a piece takes a lot less brain than figuring out what you're gonna do with the piece to begin with. Oh no. And here we go. A little darker in there. I think a good method for that is to get better at thumbnails and throwing ideas, throwing away ideas I don't love. Yeah, I also need to get better at thumbnails. that is that is also one of those things. It's like, yeah, I I sure do love the idea of thumbnailing a whole bunch of things. But then I just decide like I'm just gonna skip that step and just start doing stuff. And then that's inevitably how you end up with pieces that you're like, what was I thinking here? What was my idea? What was my goal here? Because whatever I've ended up with has not a lot of focus. How did we end up here? I want to get to a point where it doesn't feel like pulling teeth for me to be like sketching stuff, you know? I want to enjoy the process of doing the sketch. Yeah, getting stuck to ideas. Getting stuck to ideas is how I end up doing like my first sketch and I'm like, oh yeah, great, I'll do this. Yeah. Yeah, for bigger illustrations and things like and these are things that I do work on. I just haven't had anything to like post publicly in a while. But yeah, I do larger illustrations and I try to like thumbnail them out, like offer a couple suggestions like, oh, we could do it this way or that way. That's been working really well in my freelance stuff. But yeah, so definitely thumbnails. It's just I always sit down and think, okay, it's thumbnails. How hard can it be? And then I sit there for like hours like because my brain just doesn't want to do them. It just wants to start doing the actual art. And it's like, no, there's a process to this, bud. Gotta make sure that we actually, know maybe what we're doing first. My brain doesn't like that. It does. It doesn't want to acknowledge that that's a thing that needs to happen. So this is unnamed gold medallion thing. Some people are just good at fiddling with it until it's the way they want. Yeah. Yeah, so look, this is our guy. I think this guy is done enough that I'm like satisfied with what we've got. I don't know, let's see what silly little background color we might choose for this. Here go with something a little on the warmer orangey side, maybe. Maybe cooler? More saturated? Less saturated? Lighter? I don't know, I'll just play around with the little hue saturation slider again. I don't... Oh, something about this purple really speaks to me. Maybe if we just, we lighten it a little and then desaturate it a touch. Compared to me completing 2 portraits in 2 hours is blazingly fast. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this is like complete by my standards, but they're completed sketch portraits. So we'll like find a little compromise there. They're completed sketch portraits. So we'll just make that a little group there. That'll be number 2. So yeah, here's what we have ended up with today. We have this guy. And we also have this lady. Very, very different vibes between the two of them. One certainly seems a little upset. The other seems like he's actually having a pretty darn good time. So, by comparison, it's like... wowee. Little whiplash emotionally, if you will. And yeah. So I feel quite good about... yeah, I feel quite good about these two characters. And so I look forward to seeing who they might actually be once I actually get around to, you know, writing them. Like writing out who they are, who they're gonna be, what purpose they're going to serve in the context of this little quest that I'm gonna send people on. Yeah, so like the gears are kind of turning in my brain, like who are these people gonna be? And what other NPCs might I add in the future that maybe I'll make some portraits for, some art for? As of yet, I do not know. But I think it'll be pretty cool. Wahoo-hoo. Yeah, so that'll be all the drawing that I do for today. And I had a very fun time doing that. And so we're gonna ask you additional questions about your secret dispensing, by the way. So you did. I'm sure I will get around to those in due time. This whole week is gonna be absolutely wild for me, so it's gonna be tough for me to get around to basically anything. It's nice to chat tonight. Yeah, likewise. It was there's a lot of me kind of trying to I don't know, I feel like I'm constantly in the process of trying to get back in the swing of actively drawing. But yeah, that's just how it goes when you are an artist who is too busy to art most of the time. You just forget how to do stuff all the time. Uh-huh. Yeah, and so yeah, that will be all for today's arting. But I have, well, some of you already know if you're on my Discord server, but I'm going to be on Saturday. I'm not going to have my usual stream on Saturday, but I'm going to be taking over WorldAnvil's stream on Saturday. So you are going to see me on their channel, not my channel, but their channel at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to be talking about world building. We're going to be talking about my process, my insights, and hopefully I'll just have like questions and things that chat can ask me and I can answer, and we'll get into some good discussions about what it means to world build and how I have interpreted that over the years, and how you may come to interpret it or how you have also interpreted. I would love for the chat to weigh in on that. I'm really hoping that we have some good conversations. Gosh, I'm just so nervous. I'm really nervous about this thing cuz like obviously I've only been streaming for a couple months. So I've never streamed to like another channel before. So I'm like purely on a technical standpoint, like I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to mess something up. But we always say in the WorldAnvil community, it's not a WorldAnvil stream without technical difficulties. So so even if something goes wrong, which it very well could, it's just par for the course. There are lots of good helpers around, don't worry. Yeah. Like I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it will be okay. It literally is just me having my own stream, but just on their platform, essentially. So I just need to keep doing what I'm doing and just be me. And I do have also some more good and fun news. I I applied for the WorldAnvil affiliate program the other day, and today I saw that it was accepted. So I am now indeed a WorldAnvil affiliate. And if you peep down below in my about section, in my little oh my gosh, what am I doing? Go to my channel, please. Hey, what's that mean? So what that means is I can advertise WorldAnvil. I have fun little ads, and if you click my links to go check out WorldAnvil and purchase your membership for the first time, I get a little cut of that. And so, yeah, if I have ever inspired anyone to go check out WorldAnvil, now is the best time. Now is the best possible time. Okay, check out my little about me section. You see the cool light up the forge little advertisement for WorldAnvil. If you click on that link and then go and purchase yourself a little membership, yeah, that's my referral link. And so that's very exciting for me. It's like everyone knows me. I talk about WorldAnvil all the time. So now I just have even more incentive to talk about WorldAnvil. This thing that I was already doing and already hyping up every single moment of my day. It's only a shame that I didn't do this sooner, because I have like 4 friends already who signed up for WorldAnvil because of me. Like, before any of this. So, yoo-hoo, I guess I'll just have to advertise even harder. I will do so shamelessly, because I actually genuinely love the platform. Like, I log into it every single day. But yeah, I took that little leap for funsies, and I was like, oh wow, here I go. Being a little affiliate now. I feel so cool and official, and you know. If you click on the image That's the link. Your complete digital DM toolkit. I'll have to figure out how better to present it later. Like this is just a thing that I saw this morning that I got the email. It's like it's been accepted. I'm like, ooh. Yeah, so we'll get there. We'll refine our process one of these days. We'll get there, we'll figure it out, and it'll be a smooth ship from there. But yeah, cuz like this week is turbo stress. I'm planning many things. I have to prepare for many things. I have to prepare for travel. Yeah, so there's just a lot going on. And so me refining all the fine details of like, affiliate links, and I plan to update my website, like completely change everything, because of course every once in a while I have to like completely uproot everything I have and then just like rebuild it anew, like from the ashes, rising up like a phoenix. I guess that's just how it goes. But I can't do that this week. Of course, next week I'll be away, so I can't do it still. And then the week after that, I'm gonna be tired from being away. It's a process. There's so much that needs to be done, and I feel like that's just always how it is. But we get it done. We get through it. I'm excited for vacation. Yeah, eventually, TM. Yeah, it's just how it goes. And yeah, so there we go. We've made 2 portraits for NPCs that may or may not be featured in my upcoming Adventure April one-shot. I hope that turns out well. Like I don't know if that's something. I don't know if I'll be like running the one-shot or anything like that. I don't even know if I like I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna do the thing, and I'm gonna submit my article to the challenge. It's gonna be great. But yeah. I'm excited to like do this stuff. It's all very new to me. The whole one-shot thing, writing a adventure. But we'll get there. So let's see. I'm looking for a channel that we may like to raid. And let's see. Sorry, my brain's just like all over the place at the moment. Let's go hop on over to Grinning Hazard's channel. One of my buddies in the partner push still. So let's all go hop on over there. Let us say our warm hellos. And yes, because what he needs to get partner is more engagement, more new people hopping in, saying hello, maybe even staying and chatting if you're so inclined. He's a wonderful human being. I'll absolutely love this human. So let's just hop on over to Grinning Hazard's channel, playing Sherlock Holmes. Ooh, very cool. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I'm gonna see you on WorldAnvil's channel on Saturday, 1 p.m. So, I will skip all of my link sharing for today, only for today, and we'll just go on over, say hello to my friend Grinning Hazard. So, thanks everybody for coming by for my little stream.
Refresh yourselves.
For the goodbye sippies. Thank you very much. So yeah, goodbye everyone. Happy writing, happy world building, happy everything, and goodbye.